How are you? Hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. And you will start your studies. Students, in previous video we have completed the first part of our lesson number 2, Sound of Music. Now today we will start the part 2, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Student, you have already read about Bismillah Khan in your previous class. Now you see that pictures. Do you know these peoples? क्या आप इन लोगों को जानते हैं? What instruments do they play? ये क्या instruments बजाते हैं? So as you see in that picture, जैसा कि आप इन pictures में देख रहे हैं कि इनके instruments clear हैं कि ये कौन है और ये क्या instrument बजा रहे हैं. Now think of the Shehnai and the first thing you will probably imagine is a wedding or a similar occasion or function. Now the next would probably be used Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai maestro, playing this instrument. तो जब आप शहनाई के बारे में सोचते हैं तो सबसे पहले आपके दिमाग में ये वेडिंग और जो उससे सिमिलर ओकेजन या फंक्शन होता है वो आता है. तो उसी के साथ जैसे उस्ताद बिस्मिल्लाह खान है वो शहनाई मास्टर कहलाते हैं जिन्होंने इस इंस्ट्रूमेंट को प्ले किया. नाउ आई एक्सप्लेन यू दैट स्टोरी. Pungi was a reeded instrument. It had a shrill and unpleasant sound. Emperor Aurangzeb banned its playing in his palace. But a Nai made a similar instrument which produced melodious sound. Now it was named Shehnai. It was made of a broader and longer hollow reed and had 7 holes on its body. So that is the origin of Shehnai. You see in that picture, students, there is a Pungi and Shehnai, and you, while seeing this, you have to differentiate both of them. Now Shehnai became popular. It began to be considered auspicious. It is still played in temples and at weddings. In the modern times, Ustad Bismillah Khan has so perfected its music that it has become classical. Bismillah Khan belongs to a family of Shehnai players. He was born on March 21, 1916 in Dumraon in Bihar. At the age of 3, his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras. He watched his uncle practice the Shehnai and was fascinated. His uncle gave him lessons in playing the Shehnai. Bismillah Khan practiced playing it in the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya and on the banks of the Ganga. He created new rags which were earlier considered to be beyond the scope of the Shehnai. Now at the age of 14, Bismillah Khan accompanied his uncle to a music conference at Allahabad. There he played the Shehnai and was admired. In 1938, he began to play the Shehnai on All India Radio Lucknow. Now he had the honor to greet the independent nation from the Red Fort with the auspicious music of the Shehnai on August 15, 1947. Now Bismillah Khan produced music for 2 movies, Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Sanadhi Apanna. Though the films were blockbusters, Bismillah Khan was soon disillusioned with the glamour and artificiality of the film world. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan's great skill at playing the Shehnai was recognized both at home and abroad. He visited many countries and won honors. In Tehran, an auditorium was named after him. It is called Teher Mosque, Ustad Bismillah Khan. Now the nation has given ample recognition to his skill. He has been awarded national awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. In 2001, he was given India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna. Bismillah Khan loves India. He loves the Ganga at Banaras. He loves his native town, Dumraon. Like several other maestros, he refused to settle in the USA. He visits his favorite temples in Banaras and plays Shehnai there, even though he remains a devout Muslim. So students, here this is the story about the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai Maestro. So you have to read this chapter once again and try to understood it.